Hello, my name is Michaela McGregor and welcome to A Week in My Life. And I want to start off by saying thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. This is actually a really exciting video because this is the first video that I'm recording since having reached that number, and it really does mean quite a bit to me, and the fact that there are 10,000 people out there who have subscribed to this channel is really remarkable, so thank you so much. But anyway, getting into the video, so Mondays start off very jam-packed with class because I have 4 hours of class in the morning, so it's a little bit long because it's also in the same room. So I'm in the same room for 4 hours straight, which is why you can see here I just move up to the seat behind me and I don't really move at all. I did a lot of con law homework on this day. We had a huge assignment that was due on the Wednesday, like the Wednesday later in this week. I tried to get as much as possible done because I also had a lot going on in the afternoon.
My nose is super red because it's so cold. I've just arrived at the arena. I don't think I've mentioned this yet. I'm taking an ice skating course. I mean, it's like there's no credits or anything. It's just kind of a recreational activity with two of my friends from lawyering. It's just beginner ice skating, so we're like learning how to skate backwards, like basic crossovers, things like that. Usually I love it. Today I'm not as excited because my two friends that I mentioned who signed up with me, they both have injuries, so they're not here today. So I'm here alone, and also I'm so busy right now. I have moot court later today. So that big assignment I'd been doing earlier this semester, my appellate brief, we now have to argue in front of some judges for that, and that is today. So that's in a couple hours for me. So I'm here, but I feel like I can't really relax and have fun because I have so much to do and to prepare, and I have to give a 10-minute oral argument later. But anyway, it will be a good like stress relief in the middle of the day. So yeah. I have to wear my sweatshirt over my blazer, so I feel very puffy.
It's really a low-key class because we only meet for 50 minutes once a week, and essentially this semester we've gone over forward swizzles, backward swizzles, pumps. We just on this very last day before spring break, we started going over backwards pumps and spinning, which is why you can see my spinning is abominable. But yeah, so right here I was doing pumps and then a crossover. Well, it's kind of like a half crossover because I kind of stink at them. It looks more like a step of some sort. It's not graceful at all, but it's supposed to look like that graceful thing where ice skaters like kind of put one leg in front of the other. Oh yeah, so here are my spins. So essentially you have to like pick up the speed by going out with your foot, and then you bring in your arms and spin, which is actually really hard to keep your balance while doing that. I did start getting better at the forward pumps. Usually if I tried doing it, I would just kind of stay in place. Like I could not get my momentum going. And of course there are lots of near falls as well.
I'm leaving like 5 minutes early because of moot court. I want to give myself some extra time. The train is arriving earlier than expected, so it's actually really good that I got off the ice when I did. It's coming up behind me right now. I don't have much time to talk because I only have 45 minutes until moot court, and I have so much to do, so I need to get things done. But I changed because earlier I was wearing just a regular skirt. Now I'm wearing like a business skirt because we have to dress up. So in the span of these 45 minutes, I want to practice my moot court argument again, and then I also want to get as many property notes as possible reviewed and typed out.
4M going up.
I don't know if I'm supposed to wait in here or not. I'm just gonna wait outside. I'm finally back to my apartment. It was a really long Monday. Honestly, it was so long. Moot court is done. It was really stressful, but it went well, I think. They gave really great feedback at the end, and nothing went horribly wrong. So overall, very successful, and it just was good. It made up for earlier in the day, because earlier in the day, I got cold called twice in crim today. Twice. And both times did not go well. The first time, I completely blundered with my phrasing, and then like I apologized mid-answer. It was just very awkward. And then the second time, my answer was just flat out wrong. So I was the second person he asked. And then after I gave my answer, which was not right, he just goes, I'll open it up to volunteers. So I was like, oh, that's not the best. But anyway, I'm now finally back to my apartment, so I'm going to heat up my supper. I have a lot to do tonight. I really need to get through a lot of property studying because I have a midterm on Thursday, and then I also need to get a lot of my crim homework done because I need to do other things tomorrow. I don't have time to do crim tomorrow. And then I'm meeting with my mom and grandmother. We're gonna be not in person, but over Zoom. Yes, I have a lot to do tonight. All right, ignore the sun in the background because my radiator is going off right now and hissing and whistling at me. But anyway, I'm working on my criminal law homework. So we're at the end of our offenses unit. So now we're just doing other offenses against the person, which includes battery, assault, and kidnapping. So I'm going to get through as much of this chapter as I can. And then it's already getting on 9 p.m. So I'm gonna do a bit more because I still have a lot left in this chapter. And then actually not too much left in this chapter. But anyway, once I've gotten through some more of this, then I'm going to shower and get ready for bed.
Tuesday started off with making breakfast. I struggled to get the banana to open, so I had to cut it open with a knife. And this yogurt looks nasty. I will not deny that. I don't know why it always gets these little puddles of weird yogurt liquid. And then I headed off to school. So people are moving over there, I guess. So the train went express from... I don't know what's going on. The train went express, which meant like it was gonna skip my stop at the Central and just continue. I just got off to walk the way because it's really nice out. It's sunny. It's like almost 40 degrees. I'm only a 15-minute walk away, so it's not very far. And actually, I'd probably do this more often if it were nice out. But I'm going to start on some con law homework once I get to the school because I have 34 pages due tomorrow. I don't know how many cases, but 34 pages is a lot. During property, we had a guest panel, actually. It was essentially a mortgage broker, a real estate agent, and a real estate attorney that came in and just answered questions about buying a house. It was really interesting. And then I went to lawyering after that. I always hate saying lawyering because I feel like I've gotten desensitized to it, but it really is kind of a strange name for a class. I always have to eat lunch in there. We have 20 minutes in between property and lawyering. And then after that, I went down to a study room in the mezzanine level.
It's time to study property. My friend is going to be joining me in a minute. We have a lot to review. I've now moved into a more private room because in 1 minute I'm logging on to the International Law Society e-board elections, which I'm running for. I did win a position earlier today for the Energy and Environmental Law Society. I won secretary. It was uncontested. No one else ran, so I got the position. Okay, it's starting in 1 minute, so I have to log on. Hopefully it goes well. Great, thank you so much. You too, bye.
You too.
I am now VP of Communications. Also uncontested, so it was very low stakes. But now I'm going to go, I'm meeting my cousin for supper, so I'm going to blast there as quickly as I can, and I'll see you later.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
That's what my mom always does. Wait, and I can actually point it.
Which way is good?
I know, which way is good? I am at my cousin's place. We just had supper together.
Yes.
And yeah, it feels like it's super late now that it's gotten dark. It was like a really pretty sunset. I should have shown it when we had a pretty sunset.
It would have been.
But
You can kind of see the city from the windows though.
Can you?
Yeah, from the side. You can see
See
the.
that. That's not quite as cute as a bunny. I really don't like seeing rats. I was about to cross right into traffic. Oh, I'm just gonna run. I'm back in my apartment now. I've gotten back from Megan's and I have a lot of cleaning to do because someone wants to tour. Oh my gosh, wait, this is a long story. Okay, so someone, let me get better lighting. Okay, so long story short, I'm working in Portland next summer, and so I could renew the lease here, but then I'd be paying it for July and August. I've already have June paid because I started renting July 1st. So anyway, if I renewed this lease, I'd have to pay for it for July and August, and I won't be living here in July and August because I'll be in Portland, which is a lot of money for a place that I'm not even gonna be living in. I am going to get a new apartment for next year, which I've actually already gotten, and I'm really excited about it. So I got an email tonight of someone saying that they want to tour it tomorrow, but I'm not gonna be here tomorrow because I'm going to be at law school. I want it to look really nice because ideally I don't want a lot of people touring it because like I have a thing about people being in my space when I'm not here. Like I want to limit the tours as much as possible, so I'm gonna make it look as cute as possible, so hopefully that they want to get it, which means I need to clean tonight. I just have like a lot of clothing out and you know stuff in my sink, and I have all these balloons because my mom brought a bunch of balloons a couple weekends ago. They've been in here forever, but I haven't had the heart to get rid of them because like my mom blew all of these up for me and they make me happy. So I have to sadly take these down now. I was kind of scared because I was like, how do I make a balloon not pop loudly? Maybe it's not as amusing to watch in a video, but it's kind of fun. Anyway, so I'm sadly getting rid of these. Oh my gosh. I'm not too bad again. I wanted to actually like do the thing where it blows away in the air like in the movies. Oh. Wait, you didn't get to see it. Hang on, I have one left. I hope it does it again. Okay, I'm resituating my phone. Oh, it's tilted. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh shoot, wait. No. No. Dang it. Okay, I cut that one wrong. Anyway. Okay, I've tried to make it look as cute as possible in here, and then I picked up in here. So I mean, that's just my clothing out there that I'm gonna wear tomorrow, so that'll be gone by the next day. Tonight is actually an important night. Turn some light in here. It's actually a really, really important night. So if you've watched some of my videos before, you will know that I really love the show Daredevil. It's like my favorite show ever on the planet. The last season of Daredevil came out in 2018, and that was it. It was season 3. It was over. It was renewed through Disney Plus, and there's Daredevil Born Again, which is essentially a season 4. It comes out tonight, 9 p.m. I somehow have to study for property knowing that it's coming out tonight. I thought I would never get to see a new Daredevil episode again. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So that is happening tonight. But also the problem is, that I should add, is I have literally so much to do right now. And I mean, here I am talking to a camera. I have so much to do. I need to get a lot of that done first, and then I can watch Daredevil. But it means I'm gonna have to stay up extra late tonight because I need to get everything done that I need to do, and then I can finally watch Daredevil. So I'm gonna stop talking now to get myself to get this stuff done so I can watch Daredevil and go to bed, hopefully not as late as I probably will end up going to bed. So, as you can see, I'm the first one in here, which is kind of disconcerting. It's oh gosh, my hair. Class starts in 23 minutes, so usually there are more people by now, so I'm like, did I miss a memo? Did we change classrooms? I'm sure it's fine. I'm gonna use this time to
get started reading actually on my criminal law homework for next class.
This time lapse does not last very long because someone came in shortly after I started, and of course, I'm not really fond of like recording in front of people, so I pulled my phone away. But then later I went to the library to do some of my criminal law homework and started on, I believe here is probably chapter 15, which is like assault, battery, and kidnapping. Although I could be wrong. It might have been a different chapter. Honestly, I do not remember. But the assault, battery, and kidnapping chapter, nevertheless, is actually very interesting. And what's interesting about crim law in general is it's very much unlike the other doctrinal classes we've had so far because it's so state dependent. The rules really do vary depending on the jurisdiction, so it's harder to peg down these sweeping rules like we can in, Civ Pro or something, which is federal. Crim is very much state-based.
I was in class for 4 hours and then office hours for an hour and a half total. This day was literally a black hole. Oh boy, the train's coming. I'm just gonna take the next one because I think there's another one. Yeah. In 3 minutes, and this one is packed. The next one will be a lot quieter, so I'm just gonna wait because it's actually really nice out. It's in the 50s and I have a book, so I'll just read. This is so amusing to me because here I am saying, oh, look, it's a week in my life video, and then it's just a black hole on Wednesday. It's like Wednesday did not even happen today. I was saying this as I was running to the train and I got very distracted by the train. But yeah, I was in class for 4 hours, office hours for an hour and a half, and then doing homework and studying the rest of the day, so it just kind of got away from me. I know I didn't record much today, but I promise it wasn't exciting. You did not miss much at all. Tomorrow's the midterm. Super nervous for that. It's 20% of our grade, multiple choice, closed book, or property. It's going to be an hour and we have 35 questions. I feel like I understand everything, but multiple choice random question, that's the one thing that's hard about multiple choice is if you don't know it, you don't know it. Whereas with an essay, you can kind of tailor your essay to what you do know. But multiple choice, if it happens to ask something that I've just completely blanked on and I've got no memory whatsoever of what it's referring to, then that's rotten luck. I have pages and pages of hand notes. I'm reading through all of those. I'm going to check my online notes as well. Tomorrow morning, we'll just predominantly be studying for this exam as well. But my friend and I, we're doing like a fun lunch. We've not yet bought any food from the law cafe in all of the time. Like we both bought, like I've gotten a water from there, she's gotten coffee, that kind of thing, but we've never gotten food from the law cafe. So tomorrow after our exam, we're gonna celebrate. Well, we're gonna be doing a con law assignment at the same time because we have to watch an oral argument. But we're gonna celebrate by getting food from the cafe tomorrow for the first time since being at BU Law. For now, I'm just going to finish reading through all of my notes, my note packets. So hopefully this will help. I'll tell you tomorrow how it goes. But yeah, sorry Wednesday was so short, and I will record more tomorrow. What kind of bread is the verdict on? So there's an alumni match program through BU Law. Basically, it pairs you with an alumnus who either practices in the geographical area that you hope to practice in or does something in the field of law that you hope to do. I got matched. I had my meeting with him in 3 minutes, and he's in the DOJ in the Environmental and Natural Resources Division, so I'm really looking forward to this. I think it'll be really enlightening and illuminating. So the property midterm. So I get the exams are supposed to be hard. Like, that's the point of a test in schools. It's meant to be challenging. A lot of the questions were just phrased in a very ambiguous way, which I mean, like, of course, if every question was clear and everyone got 100, that wouldn't make any sense. But I feel like even like when I knew the content and knew the material, the question itself was phrased in a way where I was like, I don't know like I don't know what the meaning is meant to be here. So it was just it was a little bit challenging. We will see how it's reflected in my grade when I get the grade back. Yeah, so I have a meeting in 2 minutes now with my match, and then after that, it's so nice out today. It's in the high 50s, I believe. And I never really walked down by the river at all at BU, and I kind of felt bad about it as winter came. I was like, I never went by the river. So I feel like I should do that once the weather gets nice. The weather's finally nice, so, and because it's de facto spring break, I have no classes tomorrow, so essentially after this, I'm on spring break. I might go and take a walk by the river. I was just chatting with someone from my lawyering class, and I honestly feel so much better about the property exam. This bunch is narrow. After the exam, talking it over with people, like I was getting really stressed and anxious because like, hang on, the traffic's loud. I guess I'm staying next to the highway, so it's going to be loud no matter what. But I was just feeling really anxious after the property exam, and and just not, because I knew for a fact that I got a couple wrong, and that's never fun. I was in the lobby just now talking with a friend from my lawyering class, and like I just feel a lot better right now. Like it is what it is. It's done.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer because I do love the river here. It's a beautiful location for BU, but the highway is literally right next to this whole walkway, so it's actually very loud while walking down here, and it's not so bad once you have earbuds in. I just did my dishes. I have some other things I want to do tonight. Like I want to start going through and typing up some of my notes because I actually have free time tonight. It is essentially spring break. I've already done my crim homework. I do have con homework to do, but property I can hold off on. It's kind of crazy. I have time right now. So I'm watching, because there's so many interviews with Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, who are the leads for Daredevil Born Again. I've watched the first 2 episodes. They're phenomenal. Oh my gosh, blown away, especially by the second episode. The second episode was just, it totally blew all my expectations out of the water. I absolutely loved it. And the music is really good too, which I'm so excited about. I love the soundtrack already. Anyway, for promoting the show and everything, there are quite a few interviews on YouTube between them. I'm gonna watch some of those now before I start typing up my notes, take a little bit of a break. Only 6:01 p.m. And I do have to work tomorrow and Saturday quite a bit. I did schedule a lot of work, but at least like it's kind of spring break. So I'm gonna start off with that right now. I have kind of a fun breakfast this morning because I never buy bagels, but I've got bagel and yogurt too. I had my bagel that I got yesterday. That's why I promise this isn't mold. This is like leftover avocado that stained it and sun-dried tomatoes. But I never buy bagels, so yeah, I'm gonna have bagel this morning while I read. I'm currently reading The Nuclear War by Annie Jacobson, and it's kind of a terrifying book, but it's a nonfiction about what would happen if a nuclear warhead was launched towards the US, how would the US react, what would be the ramifications. So it's really fascinating. Okay, and now I've returned to my laptop. Let me just show kind of quickly what the work schedule looks like. I'm gonna just have to be very aware of the time all day today because I have a few random lessons. At 9:30, I have a meeting with an attorney from a law firm that I'm interested in, so I do have something at 9:30 as well. Essentially all week, I do work in the morning before breakfast. I didn't really record it at all this week because I think that would be quite dull if like every single morning of a weekly vlog starts off with, "Good morning. Here I am sitting down to work." It would probably get a little bit repetitive. So yeah, also, so, like this is the reality of when I don't have to go into school. I'm wearing sweatpants. Even though my top looks like I'm all dressed up, I am not. But yeah, I have quite a bit of work tomorrow, starting at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow, and then going straight through with a small break for breakfast until noon. But I need to prepare now for my call with the attorney. I need to just prepare some questions, and in the meantime, I'm also going to start editing this weekly vlog. I've already gotten started on Monday and Tuesday just because I know I have so much footage from this week. I have a lot to cut, a lot to delete, unless I want this video to be literally an hour long, which I do not want it to be an hour long for the sake of editing. So I'm going to get started on, I think Wednesday is where I left off. I know it's super juvenile, but I'm obsessed with this like tray thing. I love having my food divided like that. It's really delightful. I don't know why. I'm making lunch now. I had my call with the attorney, which was really great. I learned a lot about the firm and also her experience with her judicial internship. I just had another Ringle call. I've been doing a lot of work. Oh my gosh. I did a ton of work on editing a video, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be really cool because I have a really long time lapse, like showing the whole editing process. But I had it in slow motion the whole time. I went to check on the recording. I was like, you are out of storage. And I was like, why am I out of storage? Because I'd been recording in slow motion the entire time for maybe like a half an hour. I'll do an actual time lapse when I resume editing. But yeah, now I'm going to have lunch. Later, I went to the library. It was really sunny out, but incredibly windy on the walk there. Like, I actually was having a hard time walking down the sidewalk. I ended up checking out this memoir by Christine Blasey Ford, so I'm looking forward to reading that. I lost track of time in there because I had another work call at 5:30. I'm working 5:30 to 7. It's almost 5 p.m. and I wanted to have supper before I worked, so I'm gonna speed walk back to my apartment. I whipped up a really quick supper once I got back to my apartment. I had a side of corn. I forgot to film the rest of supper because I was rushing to finish and get onto my Ringle call. And yeah, so the camera was a little bit blurred here, but then I had my call, and I do just inherently love the English language, so it's a lot of fun to teach it as well. Forgive me, this is harsh lighting and I have no makeup right now. I'm going to get ready for bed now. I talked with my mom tonight over FaceTime, and then I FaceTimed my dad and stepmom, and so it was really nice. Just got to catch up with family quite a bit tonight, and I'm going to pop into the shower now. Sometimes there's hot water, sometimes there is not. You never know. Usually if I get into the shower earlier, I have a better chance of having hot water, so I'm gonna get in now before it gets too late. It's already like 8:30 p.m. I forgot to mention, I also printed this at the library. It's not double-sided. I swear I'm not trying to be a tree killer. I genuinely, when I was printing, I didn't realize that it was not double-sided, so I kind of feel guilty about that. But it's 67 pages for con law that we have over spring break. 67 is definitely a large amount. Oops, this is blurry. So we're reading 2 cases that are more recent, so it's not in our casebook, which is why I had to print it out. This one's SELA law, v. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and then Trump v. United States. So this is my homework that I will be doing over spring break. Okay, it's the next morning again. I'm not wearing makeup today once again, and I guess I've gotten into the habit of wearing makeup on videos because I do actually feel very exposed now if I don't have makeup when I'm recording myself, which I didn't used to feel that way. It's very interesting. But anyway, I feel like there's never an adequate way to conclude a week in my life vlog because I feel like I should be saying something profound, and I'm always just like, all right, we'll have a good week. So I just want to, I guess, then reiterate how grateful I am to have reached 10,000 subscribers, which is a ludicrous number. Like, that's genuinely ludicrous. Absolutely insane. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it so much. It's a really cool milestone to hit. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone who's been there along the way. But thank you so much for watching and coming along with me for a week in my life. I hope that it was fun, not too boring, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of your week.